Penance RPG and its affiliate sponsor, D&Dice, makers of dice for all types of heroes, proudly presents Plummet, Falling in the Dark, a Penance RPG adaptation. This bard's tale, as is customary in these parts, may contain strong adult themes, cursing, and high adventure. For now, time turns, the path is open. Let the story commence.
Welcome to episode 5 of Plummet, Failing in the Dark. Who are you? What are you? And, because we haven't done it yet, what is your favourite yellow object? Starting with Ebony Darkness.
Well, I mean, this can't go any worse than the pink object, but okay.
That was a separate podcast, Billy. It's not at all on you.
Well, I am Ebony Darkness, a necromancer, and a tiefling. Because they're like most like demons, and that's really cool. Just like dead things, like skeletons, which is why I'm a necromancer. My favorite yellow thing is probably like, I don't know, like when you see a dead body and it's got like the gross yellow bits. That's probably like my favorite bit, yeah.
Really wish you'd done that in character now, but okay. Frankie.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Frankie. He's our human disciple. And I don't know what my favourite yellow thing is. I don't have anything yellow. I'm desperately trying to look around to see if I have anything yellow. I don't know, I'm just going to have to go with a banana, because I like bananas.
Okay. Igneous.
Hey, I'm AJ. I'm playing Igneous the Geomancer. He's our Geomancer. Sorry, just looking at my character sheet, which for some reason I've got saved as Igneous the Geomaster.
Geomaster!
He's that good. Geomaster. I guess I'll go with the humble traffic cone. It doesn't get the respect it deserves.
Aren't they orange?
Some of them are yellow. Why can't they be yellow?
Some of them are yellow. Like,
yellow.
Get off my back.
The road closed or something saying.
Crime scene ones are yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these ones are yellow.
A rough old time down there.
Down south.
The rolling hills.
And finally, Kintara.
Yes, hello, I'm Daniel Orlinaida. I play Q Kintara, champion, dragonborn. Favorite yellow object has to be, I think, the bottles of Indian tonic water that Schweppes does. I think that lands on my favorite yellow thing, yeah.
Fair enough. For what happened last week, let us continue our trend of opening the book, so Dragon, if you please.
Following Sir Palamon being killed, Baron Gregory sent the group to the Cathedral of Kelos, located deep in the Karth Mountains. As they approach, a fleeing villager warns them that the dead have risen. Being good, stalwart heroes, they decide to press on with haste and attempt to rid such a holy place of its foul taint. What they uncovered was a nest of risen dead. Zombies stalked the holy ground and had destroyed the entrance to the most sacred cathedral. However, while stopping to save a trapped local from a tree, young Tyke, already limited in mobility due to his missing leg, was set upon by these zombies and took several deep bites. Worried about their companion, the party hurriedly attempted to beat back the horde of the undead, but in their haste several arrows found the regrettable mark of the prone Tyke's nether regions. Caked in blood, missing an ear and other more vital parts of his anatomy, Tyke soldiered on and accompanied the others into the cathedral itself, where it quickly became obvious that the Cardinal was the focus of this unholy attack. A mysterious figure played puppet master to these undead, stalking round the outside of the room and raising more reanimates to overwhelm the Cardinal. As the party opened fire on this mysterious individual, he called forth something truly unspeakable to defend him. A bone horror. Despite valiant attempts to reach this man, regardless of his enormous death-dealing guardian, a quick decision was made to attempt to drop a chandelier upon him. But alas, and for the second time in their short history, the chandelier was to be the downfall for the party, crashing from the ceiling through the cardinal, killing him instantly before the fetid hordes feasted on his still twitching corpse. The mysterious man seemed to grab something from the body and ran out the door, quickly chased by Kintara, although to little avail, as once more the ability to travel by ritual seemed to provide an escape for this fiend. As our heroes licked their wounds and discussed what to do next, the infection from the zombie bites finally took their young tyke, and as the last drop of humanity faded from his mortal soul, he was beheaded by the grieving party. Tyke's head, which continued to gnash and writhe with zombified fervour, was placed within a small hatbox. This allowed Igneous to keep Tyke as part of the party while minimising the risk of being bitten. Before they could return to Baron Gregory with the tragic news, they met again the local they had saved from a tree earlier, a warlock called Ebony Darkness, who agreed to join them and take Tyke's place as a member of the party.
And lo, we continue the tale. So, you are all brought forth in front of Baron Gregory yet again, and he goes,
Good, it's good to see you all again. It's been a harsh few days, with all the horrible, things that have happened and the frequent deaths of those who are important that you've not managed to save. But I have an errand for you. It's one of our local men, one of our most valued supporters by the name of Baron Theodore. Every year he does this big ball where everyone puts on a mask and there's lots of ladies in fantastic outfits, and it's a wonderful event. And despite the recent deaths, we all agreed that he should still put the event on, at least for this year, and maybe next year we can move it to a more suitable time of year that's not as, death-filled.
Well, are you
Grim.
sure that you want to send us if he's really that important, considering our track record?
It's true, we've messed up quite a lot.
When I spoke to him, I said, "What do you need?" And he said he needed someone to guard the food room. And I thought, well, if nothing else, you can protect people from a dead turkey.
That does sound more our speed, yeah, you're right.
Yep, definitely us.
So we've agreed for all of you to be a part of this. You're going to be the protection, at least for one room, and if anything does happen, I hope you leap into business, and beat back any of that foul naughtiness that's been going on. But
Yeah, if anyone comes for that food, we'll beat them off.
good.
I'll invite them in for a snack.
Well, I'm sure you could probably have a little bit of it. I'm sure they wouldn't mind that much. You do need to have masks on, though. It's a masquerade ball.
I mean, don't we already all wear masks every day?
Dear boy, I can't see your face for your hair, so I'm assuming that might be part of it.
No, I mean like the masks we put up so that society can't see our true selves.
That's pretty deep there, Mr. Ebony Darkness.
Yeah, I think your hair will do. The rest of us gotta get masks though.
So we've got some simple masks here. The usual, the king, the jester, other. So if you wouldn't mind just, finding one that fits and attaching it, and that would be great.
I'll go with the jester mask since it suits my personality really well.
Frankie's gonna find the most flamboyant one.
Are there any that look skeletons?
There's one that looks like a skeleton, yes.
I'm just going to snatch that really quickly before anyone else can take it.
Yes, that doesn't surprise me you'd go for the bones.
Are there any that look like dwarves?
There's a couple that looks like sort of very like Brian Blessed style kings, so you could probably wear one of them.
I will put that over my face, which incidentally already kind of looks like that. Igneous doesn't have a big imagination.
I'm just imagining, like when there's the guy and he has the sunglasses and he takes off the sunglasses and there's another pair of sunglasses underneath. Imagine that, but with like just Igneous's face.
Okay. So you all go outside and get this cart over to this very fancy old looking hall. And as you're approaching, there's a lots of like men and women in this very elaborate finery. And as you get to the front, there seems to be this woman having a small argument with one of the guards, and she's like, "Oh, but this is my invitation. It's here. Look, it's here." And the guard's going, well, this don't look like one we've given out before, but we can't really ask you to unmask because that's the whole point of the show. I don't really know what to do in this situation." And the woman's like, "Oh, come on, just let me in." Do you get involved at all, or do you just carry on walking?
Yes.
Frankie's gonna get involved.
Yeah,
I'm just
cute
gonna-
kids are also. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shake my head. Like,
I'm just gonna go up there and say, "Jolly ho! What seems to be the problem?"
Madame, my dear.
The woman turns to you. She's got like long black hair, a very gothic looking dress, and her mask looks like red around the eyes, and around the mouth looks like teeth with like elaborate gems.
Hey, Ebony, your wife's here.
Damn it, beating me to the joke. I was gonna go with like Igneous nudging Ebony and saying like, "It looks like she's raided your wardrobe there, Mr. Ebony."
Frankie's a bit deterred because now she looks like a demon. My dear. Lovely.
Oh, what's Frankie's mask? Really elaborate? Is
It's
it
just really elaborate with like feathers and stuff.
"Oh, my dear, I love your nose," and she just like runs her finger down the nose of your mask.
I quite admire your teeth. They're the gems. Catching.
Oh, thank you. I mean, they're, proper diamond, of course. I mean, what else would they be on such a mask? But you don't show how wealthy you are.
And your eyes, the makeup,
Why,
the
thank
detail.
you. You notice as you look in, her eyes look incredibly red. Like, naturally red. It's very weird that you get that close to it.
My dear,
the-
what odd colour.
Yes, I got one of my magician friends to do it. It makes my eyes match the beauty of my mask.
A magician, you say? Intriguing.
Yes.
I do hope he
I mean-
comes. Is he invited to the party?
Well, I have my invitation here, but this snotty old guard is not letting me inside.
Allow me to look over this invitation. And can I look at it? Can I run a alchemy check?
Alchemy,
Or-
yeah,
no.
sure.
No, not.
You can use your fireballs.
Not quite yet. Let's just do a let's just say then, yeah. Let's just say one.
As far as you can tell, it looks like every other invitation.
I'll ask the guard, why do you say that it's not looking like the ones you usually hand out? What's the difference?
Well, you see, she just don't look right, alright? It's just me, maybe it's just me, but she looks too, well, like your friend there.
And he points at Ebony.
It's
What?
going to be a fun occasion. You don't tend to get people coming dressed like him.
Well, fun is in the name, I suppose, but not everybody is going to have fun.
I put the fun in funeral. Thank you very much.
See, he's funny. See?
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh,
He's hilarious.
Next you'll be telling me you put the slaughter in manslaughter.
Well, let's not take it that far. This is a happy
Make laughter
occasion.
and slaughter.
Well, it was laughter and manslaughter, but close enough.
Yeah, well, if her invitation, it looks like all the other invitations, it's probably a genuine invitation, don't you think?
The guard just shrugs and says, "Well,"
Well, I suppose you're right. Maybe I'm just being too careful.
and he sort of gives the invitation back to the woman, who immediately takes Frankie by the arm and walks in with him.
Of course, any trouble, my dear, you come directly to me. I shall try my hardest to amend them for you. Who else are you meeting this evening?
"Oh, I'm just a widow who's just here on her own, just to get to know some people before they, find out that I just seem to be this old spinster, but I'm in for a lot of fun. It's just people don't expect it from me."
My dear, you are far too young to be a spinster. Look at your eyes, beautiful, they sparkle in the light.
You hear her sort of giggling a little bit, and she continues to walk into the main hall.
Unfortunately, I have duties to attend to, but please do enjoy the night.
She sort of takes you by the hand and raises your hand up. She's wearing these really long, elaborate, like red lace gloves. And she asks your name.
My name is Frankie.
Frankie?
And you, my dear?
Oh, I am Lady Eliza.
Lady Eliza. My pleasure to meet you, my dear.
And she bows to you, and then she just walks off into the main sort of ballroom area. To the left of the ballroom, there's the big dining room, which seems to have like the feast laid out, which has suckling pigs and chickens and turkeys and all that kind of food sort of laying out for people just to walk in and eat when they were hungry, effectively. And to the right, there seems to be a library room, and in the main room itself is like a gigantic ballroom, but there's like stairs leading up at the back.
Alright, so let's all keep a special eye on our new friend, Eliza there. She seems a little bit like trouble, but...
I know, right? She's such a poser.
Yeah, nothing like you, Ebony.
She's certainly interested in something in this place.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And I'm pretty sure it's not you, Frankie.
No.
Well, I saw no one else making an effort.
Get the feeling that it's something else entirely, yes. Which room is it we're supposed to be guarding, by the way?
The dining room. So as you sort of walk in, you whisper to one of the guards that you're there to like be protection of the dining room, and you get sort of ushered through to the room with all the food in it, which leads into the kitchens. And it has this, as I said, quite elaborate table and all these like piles of plates and glasses and stuff.
To pass the time while we're guarding, because I feel like guarding's probably a pretty boring job most of the time, can I try and raise a suckling pig? Just like,
as you're familiar.
Just practice. Yeah, just practicing. Or like a turkey or something.
Roll.
This party is going to go really bad.
Would I be adding demonology or like arcana to this?
Add your demonology.
Would they not already be missing like a lot of internal organs?
Natural 1.
I have 8 demonology and I rolled a 9.
Ebony kind of goes, and this pig rises on all fours and begins running around the room.
See, I told you I could do it, guys.
It's like begins to like knock things over and start smashing things and dishes.
Is this really the time for this?
Show
You could
them,
have done that back in the pub.
show them the real meaning of existence. Pork chop.
Why does that not surprise me at all?
Kintara is just gonna stand like on the side and whistle a little bit, like I don't know
nothing to
these
do with
people.
me whistle.
Yeah, that's the whistle. Yeah.
Frankie's gonna take, the lid of like the Ban Marie kind of thing, like it's like a dome lid, and like try and put it on under the pig, on top of the pig.
The pig is like running around the room at the moment, like knocking
Can I
things
try
over.
and catch? Can I just try and catch it with both
Roll
hands?
try and catch the pig.
No.
Nope. You like dive, the pig jumps over you and like stamps on your face with this bone. It doesn't even have feet, it's got bones for feet. It doesn't even,
Minasa!
it has a very like, it's got no eyes, it's got this apple in its mouth, and it's got bits carved out the side of it, but it's still running around the room.
Frankie, I'm getting really hungry for some roasted pig. You want to do something about that?
You want me to set fire to a pig indoors? Are you an idiot?
No, I'm just bored guarding this shit, so something more fun could happen, perhaps.
Well, open the door to the kitchen and have a look in the kitchen and see if you see a nice piece of skirt and follow her in. And
Yeah,
then we
we're-
could have some more fun.
Absolutely, or we just let the pig into the kitchen.
Oh,
That
we
might
can
be
do
fun.
that.
Yes.
Ooh, yes,
I want it,
let's
so-
do that.
I want to hit the pig with my mace.
At this point, 2 guards walk, sort of look inside, see what you're doing, and hurriedly shut the door so the pig doesn't escape into the ballroom.
Fools! Go for it.
Roll to hit the pig with your mace.
This is the true outcome of all life.
You smack the pig on the head with a mace. Your mace goes like through the pig, leaving this like trail of meat running back after the pig.
I will open the door to the kitchen and sort of make sounds to lure the pig into the kitchen.
The pig that doesn't have a head anymore.
The pig is just running around in circles in this room. It's like trampling through things and running through bottles of dishes and smashing all the dishes and stuff.
Yeah. Here, piggy.
I mean,
He has no ears!
this is one of the best resurrections I've ever done.
You're an idiot!
Ooh, if that's the one of the best, I don't want to see the others.
I mean, the pig was cooked. And
Yeah, now
got
we're
no leg, and it's still running around. I say that's pretty good.
Okay, roll to see if you
It's
can
pretty
lure the pig
impressive,
into
I'll
the
give you
kitchen.
that.
Yeah, I'll just roll to see if I can lure the pig into the kitchen.
The
Yeah,
pig
man,
charges
hand.
towards you and disappears into the kitchen. running
close the door.
around and round in circles inside the kitchen.
And I will just close the door to the kitchen and just have fun, guys.
Are you in the kitchen with the pig, or are you in the...
No.
dining room?
I'm in the dining room.
Okay, so the room you're standing in now, all the food has been stamped on and trodden on by this pig running around. And
Ebony!
a lot of the plates and dishes have been smashed on the floor. It looks like a complete mess.
I crack my
done.
knuckles and look for a turkey.
Ebony, would you like to clean up your mess, please, so we don't get all the shit from this?
Yeah, and we don't get fired.
What
Yeah.
does it matter? Like, we're all just gonna die anyway. So, like, who cares?
You might die a lot sooner.
I'm gonna stand in the
Yeah.
corner and, like, look down.
Can I just bitch slap him?
Yep.
No.
You slap him across the face, his mask flies off and lands in a bowl of mashed potato.
You slap like my dad. I don't even know what that means.
Frankie's just gonna stare at him. Just
Yeah.
stare.
Go clean up the mess, Ebony. Now.
Put your mask back on. We don't want to get
Yeah.
fired.
Can I summon a skeleton to tidy for us?
No.
You can if you want. Roll to summon a skeleton. Again, he sort of does this sort of resurrection thing, and this skeleton crawls out of the floor, leaving a hole in the floor.
The real question is who was buried in the floor?
Yeah.
Go find clues on the skeleton that I just summoned to find out who is probably murdered and buried in the floorboards.
You look down, it doesn't seem like they were buried in the floor, it just seems like because of your summoning ability, you just summoned them from the floor.
Oh.
So they
But
can
you look down and there's a hole to the room below.
Oh, there's a room below.
Is there anyone in it?
At the moment, no, there doesn't seem to be anyone. It looks like a storeroom full of boxes and...
So there's like nobody missing the skeleton or anything.
No. You basically just managed to create a hole between the two rooms.
Now, minion, tidy up this mess. Don't complain, just do it. I am your master.
It sort of gestures its hands to you and goes...
Just do it, God.
And you
Yeah.
notice it, like, begin to idly push with its leg the things towards a pile on the floor.
There you happy, Frankie? God.
No.
You're more like a necroprancer than a necromancer.
I'm high five guitar for that. Well played, my friend.
Thank you.
At this point, you hear it, and you go, what the fuck was that? And you go to the door to the ballroom, and you try and open it, and it seems locked.
Oh,
Okay. That is bad.
that's not ideal, no.
Nope. But, I mean, with our combined strength, we could probably just break through it.
Oh, we could.
Do we
take
have
the
any
hinges.
lockpicking?
At
Yeah.
this point, from the ballroom, you hear a very masculine voice going,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not so much a raid as a simple question. Which one of you is Baron Theodore?
I look around at the others. Well, that's none of us.
Nope.
We don't
It is
want to
not.
cause any problems, but we do want something that he's got of ours back. So, if you wouldn't mind, please make him known to us now, and we'll leave you all in peace. Otherwise, we are instructed to remove all of your masks till we find him, and once we do, well, he's gonna regret not coming forward, put it that way.
At this point, Q will definitely just rush the door and just try to bang it open.
okay. So you rush the door and start slamming into the side of it. What's everyone else doing while you're doing that?
I mean, there's a hole in the floor to the room below. I could escape through that.
Yeah, well, you don't know where that hole goes, Ebony.
I mean,
Downstairs.
yeah.
I love your logic, Ignis.
And I
I
mean,
really, really do.
like, we weren't a way down from in here until we, like, made a hole in the floor. So,
Oh.
like, there must be another way in, right?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you check? Why don't you check, and then if you find something, get through that way, and we'll try this door.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and get the
Fine.
hinges popped out.
yeah. So, Ebony, when you come up through the kitchen, then you can just rejoin us again.
Sure, I guess. I mean, like, if I can be bothered.
You better be bothered. Otherwise, I will be bothered.
Or they will be bothered and kill you.
Yeah.
And then nobody's bothered.
I mean, like I said, we're all just gonna die anyways. What's it matter?
Well, this will be a faster end.
We'll just return to dust.
Yeah, but look at it this way, Ebony. There's gonna be no one there to reanimate you when you die. So just make the best of it while you still can reanimate others. You know?
I mean, I do want to find that guy. I mean, that like sick bone horror that you guys were telling me about. Because I kind of want to know how to do that.
Yeah, he's sort of dead, so...
Sick Bone Horror was my high school band.
Yeah.
I like the idea that Igneous was in a band.
He's a complex character with a backstory.
Yes. There was probably a lot of squeeze boxes in those bands, I guess.
Not in a dwarven band.
No.
We just play rock music.
Yeah. Or was it like
Music with rocks.
Hammerfall?
I bet it was pretty awful.
And that flew over everybody's heads.
No, I got it. I
Yeah.
just...
Thanks, guys.
It's fine.
You're welcome.
You're filling in the awkward silence role.
Matt would be proud.
I thought that one was quite good.
Yeah, that was alright. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna join in hitting the door.
Okay. What's Ebony doing? Is he going through the hole?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop through the hole
Okay.
along with like Boney, I guess. We'll call it.
What are you calling your skeleton?
I feel this one looks like a Jeff. So this
Jeff.
one's gonna be called Jeff. He looks like a Jeff. He has like that jawline, you know?
So we
That
have
weak
Ebony
jawline that
and
all Jeffs have. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give him a more apropos name if he survives long enough, but right now he's got a weak chin like all Jeffs, and therefore he's Jeff.
Alright.
Are we talking Jeff as in Jeff or Jeff as in Geoff?
The Jeff that's spelt wrong.
That doesn't help me.
Geoff.
Geoff.
Geoff. Right, okay.
Joff. Yep.
Right, okay. So Ebony drops to the floor with his skeleton. Igneous and Kintara are shunting at the door. What's Frankie doing?
Frankie's gonna try and loosen the hinges, like with a ladle or something.
There is cutlery there you could take if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Could
okay.
you not,
I
could you
feel
not
like
Yeah.
unscrew them with your dagger?
I
Or
feel like
that.
Frankie is not
Oh,
well
I didn't
acquainted
do
with
that.
like physical labor.
No, he's not. He doesn't approve of physical labor.
Well, I feel like he approves of physical labor of a certain kind,
yes.
but not when it comes to
That's
like
not a
building
labor.
doors.
Okay, you shunt against the door, you feel the door beginning to give way. As you hear from the other side,
Aha! You, take him downstairs. The rest of you, come with us.
at this point you hear the sound of the door being unlocked and then kicked in, and then about 70 or 80 people are being like shunted into the room you're in. What do you do?
Occupied!
I'm gonna be knocked to one side, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move out of the way.
Well, we
That's
just
what-
jump down the hole, because they're going to be going downstairs, and then try and cover up.
A couple of the people who, when they get pushed in, fall down the hole after Ebony.
Yeah.
It's true, that was a hole that was not meant to be there.
Yep. Just gonna stand on the side to wait for them to get pushed through. After they all got through, we can just continue out there and see what the others
Yeah, I
are doing.
suppose, yeah.
As they get pushed through, you notice that there seem to be a couple of men in like highwaymen-like get-ups who seem to be like pushing the people through, and once they're through they go,
We thank you for being honest with us about where this Theodore was. But
You're
for
welcome.
now, we're going to secure you in this room. There's food, you'll be fine till someone comes to rescue you.
and they go to close the door. What do you do?
Rush it.
Yeah,
All three of
rush
us?
it and try to get my foot in between the doors.
Okay, so roll to rush the door. Kitara tries to get his foot in the door. He ends up like stubbing his toe as Frankie like charges through the door and like barrel rolls into the other room.
I'm just going to brandish my staff at them. I'm a great wizard!
A wizard, not a wizard.
Yeah,
Oh,
he is. He is, guys. Be wary.
You see
I've-
about 12 bandits all sort of standing round, and they all sort of draw swords and point it towards you and say,
Here, what you game? We just told you to get in that room. Get in there.
You didn't tell me to get in that room. I was already there.
Oh, we're sorry. Well, get in the room now.
No.
We're not going to go into the room.
We've had enough of that room. It got
Yeah.
weird right from the beginning when somebody Somebody made a pig come back to life. I don't want to spend any more time in there.
Yeah.
I realise you bandits don't have the context for this, but
We've already been traumatized.
it's been a weird evening.
Q will turn back and shout to the people there, "Open the kitchen door, guys!"
There's a pig in there.
You hear the sound of someone opening the kitchen door and screaming as this headless pig is like ran round the entire kitchen. Like it's basically destroyed half the kitchen.
See?
That
Tell us that is not strange. Tell us.
You hear them screaming, and as they sort of screaming, the bandits go, "We don't care about some pig. Get in there and we're gonna lock you in."
I'm just gonna brandish my hammer and my sword and just, yeah, let's go, guys. Who is the first who wants his head smashed in?
Okay.
Apart from the pig, obviously.
Yeah.
So let's go down in order. So let's start with Ebony. What are you gonna do?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm still down the hole.
You've followed along the sort of corridor after the kitchen, and you found a set of stairs that go up, and you come back into the kitchen.
Okay. I'm in the kitchen.
So I assume you're just in the kitchen as this person opened the door and screamed at you.
Go get him, pig!
The pig is just running in circles.
Pig, I am your master, and you will do what I say.
Oh my god, all I've got in my head is the farmer from Babe. And it's an emo.
That'll do, pig! So, the pig charges Ebony.
Serves you right.
And basically knocks Ebony flying into the wall. You take 6 damage from being shunted into the wall.
Somehow, I doubt this Ebony guy is gonna be of much help to us.
No.
Not cool, pig.
So while Ebony is sitting in a corner covered in what seems to be some kind of gravy, it's now Frankie.
Frankie's going to launch a fireball at the group of bandits.
Group of bandits, okay. Roll.
Yes.
Go, Frankie.
Oh,
Go, Frankie.
Is that enough?
Yep, you smash a bandit in the face with a fireball. He catches fire and begins shrieking. He's like on fire, running around in circles, shrieking there's
Okay.
on fire.
Crispy.
I'm a wizard.
He's a wizard. Harold. So it's now Igneous.
But I've kind of already got my mace out from the pig incident, so I'm just gonna swing at the nearest guy and go, "I'm not going back in there with that fucked up pig thing." Not gonna win.
Roll your attack.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Yep, you crack the bandit in the head. He collapses to the ground.
I'm gonna follow through and hit the next one.
Yep, next swing. You manage to miss the next one. You don't seem to do as dramatic a swing, but one is definitely unconscious and is bleeding badly from the skull. It's now Kintara.
Yeah, I will just start swinging at the closest bandit.
Natural 20.
Natural.
Roll me a d4. Your blow goes like sweeping all the way through 3 different bandits. The first one's skull just explodes, the second one like collapses backwards, and the third one just gets minced as your sort of hammer smashes through all 3 of them. They collapse to the ground. One of them is breathing really labouredly, the other 2 are obviously dead.
So guys, that's soon 30.
You might want to rethink it.
And I get a second attack as well, I guess.
Yep. You swing and the bandit manages to parry your blow.
Oh.
But he's kind of looking at the ground going, "You just stabbed Harold. What are you doing?"
He's not a wizard no more.
No, Harold had it coming.
Harold's dead.
All you hear is from the ground as this guy is like, he got crushed ribs and he just looks like he's like almost dead. So the first 2 bandits standing next to Kintara, swing and both slice into Kintara. They do 13 damage.
Ouch.
The next group are the ones trying to lock the door behind you. Yep, the other 2 seem to slam the door behind you and lock it at least, so you won't get any backup from Ebony Darkness.
Damn.
Who's currently
No,
got his own
we
battle going on
weren't
with the
expecting
pig. Why is
that.
it every episode's got Bellray dealing with some sort of small animal?
Last week I was dealing with like 5 zombies that had me pinned down.
And then the week before you were dealing with a mule,
Yep.
Mules aren't small.
the same size as a suckling pig.
I think it has something to do with the way his characters work, sort of. Yeah.
And then the third group of bandits Yep, they also swing. They hit Igneous.
Ooh.
2 of them hit him, so they do 11 damage.
Oh, ow, my skin.
We're back to Ebony Darkness in the pig room.
So I guess I'll draw my dagger and be like, I made you and I will return you back to the ground.
Okay.
And I will attack the pig.
Okay. Roll.
Clearly got the important priorities.
You
I'm
stab
locked
through the
in.
pig and rip downwards. The pig's stomach slices open, but it does no damage to it. It's enchanted rather than resurrected. It's not going to kill it.
Take that, pig.
Yeah. These youths and their hate for the police. Yeah.
The, the pig in return charges you again and doesn't knock you flying, but does barrel into you and causes quite a bit of damage. It does 7 damage to you.
Bet we're going through a character every episode.
Yep.
The unfortunate events of Belry's
Yeah.
characters. in one
Killed by
playthrough.
undead creatures of all kinds.
How many characters can Belry kill in a campaign?
Oh,
We shall see, we shall see. Next is Frankie.
How many bandits are there left?
There's 7.
7 then.
You've killed
Okay.
4 of them. There was 11 to begin with, so you've killed 4 of them, so 7 now.
I'm just gonna go with my fireball again to the nearest one.
You throw a fireball, you don't hit him, but you manage to hit the door he was standing in front of. So the door to the dining room is now on fire.
Yeah, that's what good, because I was almost going to suggest that earlier on, but now it's done anyway, so good job.
Okay, alright. That was a blunder, but we'll roll with it.
It's now Igneous.
Annoyed at the guys who just stabbed me, I'm just gonna be like, I just lost me boy, I'm not gonna have you kill me too. Which obviously they don't have the context to, but like, nobody's got any context. So I'm just gonna continue swinging away with my mace.
Yep. Roll. Yep, you crack one in the head. He makes a sort of whimpering noise as he slumps to the ground.
And swinging for the other one, because the 2 of them stabbed me, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Again, he manages to dodge just out of the way in time.
yeah, that seems to be my pattern.
Okay, it's now Kintara.
Yeah, you hurt my boy Igneous. I'm gonna kill ya. Or
You
not.
swing, they dodge you with ease. 2 seconds to crack.
Q Kintara got like unexpectedly street.
Nope, you miss again. You swing a second time and they just easily dodge out of the way. The 2 attacking Kintara. Yep. Again, manage to hit him. They do 1 damage. Oh well.
No, that didn't hurt. Fuck you guys.
The group that are trying to lock the door, who are now confused the fuck that's on fire, are too busy panicking by the fact it's on fire. So the one next to Igneous bounces off. You manage to parry his blow. So we're back to Ebony Darkness.
Hey Jeff, will you wrestle with the pig while I try and open the door? God damn it, Jeff, just wrestle the pig!
And the skeleton sort of hobbles up and stands in front of you, ready to catch the pig as it tries to hit you. The pig barrels through Jeff and hits
God.
Ebony.
God
That was
damn it,
natural
Jeff!
20.
13. Where's the table? Because we've got a crit roll in the right arm. And what happens to the right arm? 16. 16. Broken. He breaks Ebony's right arm. So Jeff is now in pieces all over the floor. Ebony's right arm is now completely, sickly broken. Ebony starts throwing up on the floor as this pig is barreling around the room.
I can't believe you're losing this fight to a pig.
A dead pig.
A dead pig missing a head.
A dead suckling pig missing it.
Yep.
So it's now back to Frankie.
Again, just another fireball to the nearest person.
I feel like I'm going to have to start writing a new character sheet.
You hit one of the ones standing around by the door. They again catch fire, seem to shriek, and then collapse on the floor, singeing.
Good shot, Frankie. Keep it up.
It's now Igneous.
So yeah, the guy tried to stab me just now. I'm like, I'm not having any of it. So I'm gonna mace him good.
Yep.
Or not.
You swing and completely miss him.
And
He dodges it with ease and taunts you after you miss him.
And then on the backswing, just to try and, the first one was on purpose to, just kind of lull him into a false sense of security, make him laugh at me. And then after that, I'm going to miss it again.
Yo, Igneous, I love how you're using my flashy style, but it's not really effective.
It's hard to fight with this mask on.
It is. Definitely.
It's Kintara.
So, you guys saw my flashy style the last time. Now you're just gonna see how it hurts.
Yep, you crack one of them in the side of the head with your hammer, his brain just explodes everywhere and he collapses to the ground.
That was the brain damage. Here comes another one.
Yep, you again crack the other one in the stomach, he buckles over and falls to the ground. He's badly wounded but not dead.
Take that.
What'd you call that one if the first one's the brain damage?
Yeah, the other one I think is...
The Gutbuster?
Yeah, Gutbuster.
Scramble?
That's a good name, yeah.
We need to name all of your moves.
Yeah, I think we have to, actually. That's a good one. So brain damage, Gutbuster, yeah, remember that for later.
Yeah.
So, the two that locked the door that were trying to run away, just continue to run away. They run to the main door and look like they're trying to work out how the main door opens again.
They don't seem really bright, these guys.
The one that tried to stab Igneous stabs Igneous again
Oh,
and does one damage.
he too is distracted by my mask.
Cutting it a little fine.
These weak, pathetic fools.
We're back to the losing Ebony Darkness.
Is there a window?
Only a small window, but yeah.
There's like 40 people in the room with you as well.
No, they're in the dining room. He's in the kitchen. He could just run through the dining room door if he wanted.
I thought all the people got put into the room with him.
No, they got put into the dining room.
I thought the door to the kitchen got locked. That's why I've been fighting this pig.
No, someone opened the door, screamed, and slammed the door back over.
I was trapped in here with the pig. If that's the case, I'm going to finally notice that the door's open.
So you're gonna run for the door then. Okay, run to see if you get through the door. Yep, you get through the door. What happens from the pig from the other room? The pig barrels into the door and you hear it go boom. But nothing else happens, and everyone else is in the room with you now starts shrieking that there's some beast in the kitchen.
That's just Ebony.
Yeah, he's left the kitchen now.
It's very special.
So Ebony is now in the dining room with all the trapped people, and he can smell that the door to the ballroom is burning quite strongly.
Guys, why is it on fire?
All the frightened people just sort of seem to be quite panicked. It's now Frankie.
I'm just going to continue killing bandits.
Yep.
Let's go for the next one.
Yep. You throw a fireball. One of the ones trying to run for the door. It catches him. He just incinerates completely into a ball of flame and collapses on the ground.
Dust to dust. Ashes to ashes. Next!
There's now Igneous, who has one on him.
Me and this guy, this is like, we're each other's nemesis at this point.
Yeah.
Yep, the deathmatch.
So,
Do the Gutbuster. Come on.
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna feign there's something over his shoulder, although I'm forgetting that I've got the mask on. But I'm gonna be like, I'll be like, what the fuck is that? And point at the ceiling.
Okay.
And when he looks up, I want to stab him in the bottom of the chin with my dagger.
Okay, roll.
This is not gonna work.
Oh, works fine. He looks
Yeah.
up, you stab him on the other side of the throat, he gargles and collapses forward and full of blood.
Pull my dagger out. Yeah.
Yeah, I call that a throat burn. Good one, Igneous.
So there is one with Kintara and there's one at the door trying to escape at the moment. So we'll just cut to Kintara.
And just gonna kill him.
Okay, roll.
There we go. Ta-da!
Your hammer just goes straight through his neck. He just collapses in a sort of pouring blood way, and then he's just dead. And the
There you
ones
go.
that were wheezing and bleeding at your feet have all just stopped making noise now.
Cool. That's called the Q neck bench. Remember it, lads.
Yeah, I'll write it down.
At this point, the one standing by the door just turns around, looks and notices you've killed everyone else and goes,
Right. We can talk about this. They've taken him downstairs.
Yeah, you better lead us there. Otherwise, you have to talk to my trusted hammer over here.
He sort of nods and sort of very carefully walks forward towards. You notice at the side of the ballroom stairs, a door's been like shunted open. That was quite a concealed door, and it leads to some stairs behind it leading down.
Before we go, can I put out the fire on the door? So those poor people. Yeah. I'll just
You try and like put the fire out, but the fire seems to keep spreading. You kick the door, so the door at least is open. And as you do this, all these people like charge out and run to the door, and like eventually the front door is opened and they all leave. But as you walk into that room, you notice a very poorly looking Ebony with a broken arm looking up at you with like sick all round his face.
And do we have time to heal up?
Yep, we have time to heal up. Full health. Ebony will still have a very fragile arm, but it's set back in line at least.
I'll make a makeshift splint with like some of the pieces of wood.
Yeah, we're pretty good at making spare parts for people at this point in the game, so yeah, that won't be a problem.
Let's do that. Or not.
Basically, you're just going to try and make a splint. It's wavy as fuck, it's twisted as all hell. You try and attach it literally with like spit and like hope. It doesn't seem to hold very well.
It's a half-assed attempt.
Can I try that with tinkering?
Yeah.
Why don't we just use a ladle or something?
Kintara constructs some sort of elaborate thing to attach to it to hold it in place. Ebony looks very sorry for himself, and he's still, as I said, he's still covered in sick.
Well,
you hear
Ebony,
the sound of the pig battering against the door.
I'm just gonna tell Ebony that don't worry about it, you're gonna die someday anyway, so yeah, don't mind.
I mean, I guess I can take like some comfort in that.
Yeah, I think you should. It probably will happen sooner rather than later, for you, I guess. Seeing how skilled you are with the necromancy and so.
I am pretty good at it, yeah. Did you see that pig?
Yeah, I did see that pig. Obviously the pig saw you as well.
It put
Yeah,
a good fight.
It nearly killed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mighty monster you summoned. Shall we go down the basement and try to save Baron Theoden, perhaps, now that we're all fine and dandy?
Yes, let's go.
You head down the stairs. When you get to the bottom of the stairs, there's two more bandits who draw their swords as soon as you walk in with your new bandit friend. And he goes, No, there's no reason to be harsh. They just want to know where he went.
Well, you can perhaps tell them what happened to your other fellows and see if they still want to hold their swords up to us.
He goes, Alright, they murdered Davy and Davy's lot. And the other two bandits sort of lower their swords for a second and then go, They killed Davy? And
Harold.
And the bandit nods a lot and they go, that bastard owed me 15 gold.
Well, you could take it off his corpse.
Yeah, or I can pay you in cold hard steel.
Let's see what they do. They are idiots. They pull their swords back up and say, No, we will avenge Davy for the good of our clan. So there's two bandits with swords.
I mean, what about this guy? Harold, I think one of you guys said he was called? And could I, make Harold into a minion?
You can try and resurrect Harold, yes? Roll.
This is going to go so bad.
You resurrect Harold. Harold seems to come back, and he seems to have regained part of his former self.
There you go, now just...
Lie!
there you go, there's Harold back, now just leave, yeah.
What have you done to me?
We're cool, right, guys, yeah?
Yeah, this will be how you end up.
Yeah.
Do you want to end up like that?
Basically, Harold is now... Although he was a bandit, he's now a hunchback with a really badly, fucked jaw. So he's just
What have you done? What am I lifeless? What the fuck's going on?
I mean, he's no suckling pig, but I did a decent job, right?
Work in progress.
Work in progress, definitely. You might want to go handle him, Ebony.
Might be a little bit freaked out.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go with your old friends, Harold?
Why am I still alive? What have you done?
You see him put his hand up to his jaw and he's like, What the fuck happened?
I made you better. You were in an accident. And now you can go with your friends, alright? That's cool, yeah, bye.
He's just standing in a room looking at all the corpses on the floor around the people he used to know and going, What the fuck happened?
There was this pig, and it got out, and you were the only survivor. Dragon? What?
Who's striking with a hammer?
What? Oh, you mean Q?
That was a totally different dragon with a totally different hammer. I had nothing to do with
As soon as he sees Q, he turns and looks to him, and the flicker of recognition goes in his eyes, and you see him pick up a sword and weakly hold it towards you.
it. Yeah, I will just smash his head in.
Okay, roll. Yep, you crack his skull splinters in about 8 different directions, and he collapses back to the ground.
Do I get another kill for that?
Yes, you do.
Right. Can I resurrect Harold again and just farm XP?
There's no...
No.
There's no skull left, so no.
Can somebody please take a hold of Ebony, please? Go poison some guards or something instead, Ebony, instead of resurrecting shit we have to kill.
I mean, I guess I could do that, but I don't know why I'd want to poison the guards. Are they on our side?
No, they're
No.
bandits. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant like the building guards.
Oh, that's us.
Oh,
Yeah, I meant the bandits standing in the stairwell with their swords drawn.
Yeah, go poison those 2 guys.
Yeah.
Are they intimidated enough?
I was
Two of them are still pointing their swords at you, and as you've disappeared back up to do this thing with Harold and then disappear back down again.
I was like, if I
I'm
gave
so-
them the friend benefit, go.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Harold was alive for a bit there again, but we sort of had to kill him again.
Yeah, like
Oh.
Q just has bits of skull on his face.
It's got bits of skull all over his hammer, just this mesh of brains, and
You still wanna...
An eyeball dripping off of it.
let's
Yeah.
see what they do. Are they still idiots? Yes, they are still idiots. They still hold their swords up and go,
No, we're gonna avenge Davian and Harold.
Okay.
Well, alrighty then. I shoot one of them in the head.
alright, roll. Yep. Arrow goes straight through his eye, he collapses to the ground.
What about you? You want to avenge Howard as well?
The
Or
other
Davey,
one,
fuck.
let's see. The other one charges forward and swings but doesn't manage to hit you.
It's like his open season on idiots.
Yeah.
Kintaro.
Partly so.
Yeah, I'll do some of my famous moves.
Your famous
Nope.
style.
Missed the first one.
Yeah, I'm just warming up.
Missed the second one.
Still warming up.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
It's this guy again. No, he misses again in his very determination to attack Igneous. It's now Frankie.
Frankie's gonna try and twat him with his staff.
Okay.
Yes, it's you.
You crack him over the head with a staff, he collapses to the ground with blood billowing everywhere.
Sometimes fire's not enough.
Thank you, Frankie, and we're very, very thankful that you didn't use fire this time.
Well, enclosed space.
Yes, exactly.
See, sometimes we use our magic for good, Ebony.
Can I
And
like,
think of our surroundings.
can I, like
Before
put
we
my,
let unleash things.
can I put my staff down and stop like casting the poison spell?
If you really want.
Through the door! Through the door!
no, like stop casting it because like
Yeah,
I'm
stop
in the
casting
middle
it,
of
yeah.
about to do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
At the end of the small room you're in, there's another magical looking door. And there's the bandit you've sort of like brought in as your sort of +1 at the moment for like just sort of standing with his hands up.
So how do we open this door then?
Well, you see, I wasn't a part of that group. I was just told we take him downstairs and you guys deal with the crowd. I don't really know how to open the door.
Okay, so you have 2 choices now. You can either run along really, really quickly from here and survive, or you can die.
He
You choose.
just nods and go,
I think I'll leave.
and you notice
Yeah.
him run. He
Hope
sort
to
of
not
basically
see you
runs
later.
past you all and out the door.
Careful not to trip on the bodies on the stairs.
Or on the blood.
Ah,
I want to just try the door handle.
The blood.
So, what are you doing now?
I want to just try the door handle.
You try the door handle, the door doesn't seem to open. You actually do me an awareness roll. Well, Kintara and Igneous definitely, if no one else, notice that above the door handle seems to be like a small etched symbol. And it seems like it wants something put in that symbol, like attached. It's like sort of engraving on the door. And it seems like it wants something put into that engraving to open the door.
What does it look like?
It's kind of hexagonal, and it looks
Okay.
like it would fit about the size of a ring.
It's like a signet ring almost.
Yeah,
Kind of, yes.
probably, yeah. And that's probably the guy inside got the ring.
Could I summon a minion on the other side of the door to open the door from the inside?
you can try roll.
And here we go again.
You hear the sound of the floor cracking, and then you hear a
Fuck me! A fucking skeleton! Where'd that come from?
and you hear sword fighting.
Oh no.
Frankie's gonna. Can I knock on the door? Can you knock on the door?
I mean, I
You knock on the door, but at the moment
Okay.
all you hear is like
Open the door! We can help you!
He's trying to talk. Kill it.
We can help you! Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, Q is gonna shout as well. It's Harold! Open up and we can help you.
Harold, you sound like you got a cold.
I do got a cold. I actually ate some bad food.
they basically shout through.
Sorry, we can't open the door. There's a skeleton in the way.
Well, I'm an expert at skeleton killing. Let me in and I'll help you.
They go,
We need some ring to open the door. We were told to wait here, but there's a skeleton in the way. I can't see if we can open it.
and
Well,
again
who's
you hear
got the
this.
ring then?
I don't know where the ring is. Lady Farrow took it when she went to the next room with the Baron.
Lady Pharaoh, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that girl with like the really good dress sense?
Oh, the one we kind of let in.
Yeah.
Probably
Where is she now?
in the next room, he said. So
Yeah.
can one of you guys maybe that have some sort of magic sense if there's a spell on the door or whatnot?
Yep.
Yep. Both of you sense that it's definitely a magical lock, and it requires the sort of presence of something to open.
We need to find her ring.
I mean,
Yeah,
look,
well,
do we really care that much? Like, can't we just go?
Shut up!
We're just ghosting the party.
yeah,
I
I mean-
mean, ghosts are pretty cool, yeah.
yeah. I mean, we're maybe gonna get in there and then he will die as usual. And I mean, so we could just go back and just say that he died. But I mean, that wouldn't be really fair.
I mean, we haven't got a great track record at this point, have we?
No, so we should probably try to mend that. But I think it's hard to get the ring when she's inside with the ring already. So maybe
No,
we could.
is she not in another room?
Yeah, a room further in, I guess,
Oh.
he told us. But it seems strange that they said that they should wait there and they can't open the door, but it's probably further in, so we need to find another way in, sort of. Maybe we could go upstairs and sort of maybe raise some skeletons from down below with Ebony.
Make
to
a
get
hole
some
in the floor from upstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
That could work.
That could work.
I suppose we could try that.
Yeah.
We just need to figure out, make sure we're over somebody with some kind of good sense of navigation, possibly good at underground stuff and general rock-based things.
Yes.
What about your geode?
Well, I myself am pretty good at geology, so
Yeah, I'm good at
this
dungeoneering.
castle's made of rock. Stands to reason I could find my way around.
When you think about it, like, yeah, like bricks are just like the skeletons of rocks.
That's pretty deep there again, Mr. Ebony.
Yeah. We'll give you a call when we need a thinker.
Wow, burn.
Right now, we sort of need to go upstairs and dig a hole or raise a
Tinker.
hole. Yeah.
Okay. So you go back up the stairs. You have a choice. You can either look for another room under the stairs, or you can try and go through the stairs themselves, or you can try and do through the floor of the ballroom. What do you want to do?
Well, we need to get on top of the room that's downstairs. So, is there a room that we can go to that's actually above the room we want to get into?
From where you can judge, it seems to be directly below the stairs.
All right. There's probably gonna be like, you know, a sort of a cupboard or something under the stairs. There's always a cupboard under the stairs.
Yeah, you got to keep your brooms and things somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Harold.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to keep Harold somewhere.
Yep.
Oh, I just got that joke. Damn it. Cut out the bit where I didn't get it.
Oh dear.
So, let's look for the cupboard under the stairs then.
Okay. So roll to see what you find.
No, Frankie sees nothing.
Frankie is currently distracted by a oil painting of what seems to be a very scantily clad lady on the wall.
My dear, she has some fine ankle.
The rest of you sort of look around. You can't seem to find a cupboard as such. from looking around. You do find a sort of cupboard to the side, but it doesn't seem to be directly above where you were.
Okay.
You do find a couple of brooms, though, if you want them.
I mean, how direct do we have to be? Like, do we know how big this room is?
We don't know how big
Like,
this room
maybe
is.
it's
no.
a big room and there's like some overlap.
It's probably not that big of a room, I guess, since it's sort of in the basement. But can we sort of try to bash the side of the stairs? I mean, is it solid stair or is it just...
It seems to be made of some kind of, like, general stonework. You can try hitting it and see if anything happens.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, you seem to crack the stairwell, and you pull the sort of stone out of the way. You can get maybe about another meter down, but then you sort of seem to hit like solid stone. You can't seem to get any deeper.
Okay. I'm thinking not going down, but going straight under the stairs, but maybe I'm seeing it wrong. If we can get in another meter, and you can try and summon a skeleton from there to get a hole down, and let's see what happens. What do you think, guys?
I mean, I like summoning skeletons, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, and you're really bad at it as well, so I'm just...
If we're not through at this point, maybe we should just try taking it out of the floor of the ballroom upstairs.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Like
And
some like
losing
That
the
does-
accent over here.
We'll do a general guess and just let Ebony summon skeletons until we get it right. Maybe go grab some food and sit and watch him do it
What's
as well.
You know the one that I summoned to try and open the door from the other side?
Yeah,
That'll have had to have come through the floor somewhere.
Yeah, but the floor
not the same.
At the
underneath
same
there.
level.
Yeah,
So you're
but
saying go down another level, try and find where that one came through.
Well, we're not sure that there's another floor down under the basement, so no.
right, I tried, guys, and I'm feeling very judged.
You know what, Ebony? Go summon a skeleton and let's see what happens.
I'm just gonna go like to a random corner of the room and summon a skeleton.
Okay,
Like
cool.
really sulkily though. Like, oh.
You do this sort of whole ritual and nothing happens, and you turn around and go, see, nothing's gonna... And as you notice, one of the bandits in the middle of the room just sits up and goes, where am I? And he seems to put his hand up like his jaw's missing and his throat's ripped out.
Your name is Shadow, and you're my new minion. Shadow, and you're my new minion.
Do another one, Ebony.
Really focus at the floor this time.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Another one of the guards sits up and looks at the other guy that's been rezzed, and he's just like, what happened to you? What?
Yeah, you
Alright,
guys,
Can
You
Frankie
start
help
dig-
him?
You guys start digging a hole in the floor.
They both look over you and just go, huh?
I am
Yeah.
your master, and you will do as I command.
we're trying to get people for this movie shoot of a new sort of music video called Thriller. So,
And you're our stars.
One
Yeah.
of them gets back to his feet and looks at the one with no jaw and just goes, how can you be alive with a face like that? And the other one goes,
If you dig a hole good enough, I'll give you back your jaw.
so Ebony, do another one. Try to get it from the floor this time. Oh my god.
It's progressively getting worse.
One of the guards that you'd set on fire just sits up at this point and he's just like,
Smoking.
he's just charred, completely charred through.
Well, Frankie, I hate to say this, but I think we found someone worse than you.
Look,
Shall I help you, boy? I'm just gonna go over and try and help him with these spells. No, I'm not.
You go, oh, it's just pronounced like this. And as you do this, you hear this like rumbling sound, and something outside, rather large, seems to be making its way out of the ground.
Oh no.
Oh no.
oh yeah.
Is it a horse by any chance?
This
It is an
heading in the
undead
right
horse,
direction.
yes.
Hey!
I mean, that's pretty cool.
That's
You could
awesome.
ride it.
Yeah, do another one, Ebony. We're rooting for you.
They'll run out of corpses eventually.
Yes.
Hey!
At the bottom of the stairs, a skeleton crawls out and leaves a hole behind him. The sort of three guards you've res all sort of look around like, well, the one that can talk of the three of them is like,
What's just happened? Why has he done that? Who the fuck are you?
And looks at the skeleton that's crawled at the ground. It just turns to Ebony and goes,
I love the skeleton vocal cords. They're awesome.
I must say I'd never envisioned the necromancer being used to dig holes.
Nope.
Well, we had a necro carpenter. Now you're a necro ditch digger.
Yep.
A necro undertaker.
So, if we look down the hole, does it seem like...
the hole seems to lead into what looks like some sort of study room.
Alright. We'll just jump down and see where it takes us. Or I'm going to jump
The
down.
bandits you rezzed seem to sort of walk out of the house itself as this skeleton horse starts running around outside.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Minions, where are you going? Get back here.
Ebony, a little tip. You might want to jump down with us here before you get crushed.
Also, have you invested in a binding spell? Like, that they are actually bound to your will?
I mean, that's a thing. I didn't know you had to do that.
Ah,
Apparently not.
Necromancy 101, my dear boy.
I mean, I kind of had to learn myself because my parents were always like, no, that's not cool. But I'm like, this is just a phase, Mom. This is who I am. So I had to kind of do it behind the rack.
Random event, you hear the sound of the kitchen door breaking.
I'm not convinced this is entirely random.
The pig! The pig!
The campaign's true big bad evil guy, the pig.
Bacon.
Undead pig.
The unstoppable creature from beyond the grave.
Oh, fuck, there's a noise. I'm getting down the hole.
As you hear the sound of something running through from the dining room into the main hall.
Not again.
Oh no, it doesn't have a head. Oh yeah.
No, it does not.
It doesn't have a head, so all you just hear is the sound of like bone on floor.
Yeah,
Is
I'll
this
take it. I mean, this
Carcass of a pig runs into the main hall.
must be a ballroom floor, so it's probably really, really slippery.
Yep.
Or bony feet. Yeah.
Still
It's
that's
probably
better than I can.
It's probably careering into cabinets up against the wall.
So are you all disappearing down the hole before it can get to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you all jump down this hole, and again you hear the sounds of combat in the room behind you. So you've managed to have skipped a room, and
Cool.
in front of you there looks like another door that seems to have the magical lock above it.
Oh, bloody hell.
I mean, I'm not going back upstairs with that thing.
Oh no.
Nope, you're
None
not.
of us are, ever.
Are there any
There
other
are-
doors?
There are two bandits sitting in the room with you who both seem to just be like in shock that first of all something made a hole in the ceiling, and then you just jump down and all they can hear is this like
Do not go up there, whatever you do.
they just sort of nod at you very slowly and go, alright, well, where did you come from?
From up
Well,
there.
originally,
Sky.
Right, and they both sort of look at each other, then look back at you, just in that kind of like, what the hell's going on?
There's a pig, that's what's going on.
Yeah. Headless pig, actually.
It's running around.
Yeah. We would like you to get us through that door over there.
Do you have the ring? We need the
We
ring to
don't.
open the door.
We
That's
don't
why
have
we're
the
kind of
ring.
stuck here. We agreed to stay, but we realised after she left we were kind of stuck here too.
Yeah. Did she leave through that door with the ring, or did
Oh
she
yeah,
leave
she took
some other way?
she took his hand and like slammed it against the door, and the door opened really easily.
All right.
Yeah, so it's his signet ring.
It is signet ring, yeah. Maybe we should try to get back up and see if there's any way to break that spell, because somebody had to put that spell on the doors so he could like use his ring.
I mean, I'm not going up there again.
Well, if we say you are, yes you are.
That thing already broke my arm. Like, no.
You got
Yeah.
another one.
And we're good at making body parts from nothing, so don't worry about it. I mean, there's a magical lock on the door, but I mean, we could just break the shit around the door.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't do that on the first door, to be perfectly honest.
I was quite surprised you didn't just do that in the first door as well. but
Yeah,
okay.
that wouldn't be much fun as we've had so far. So let's break the shit around the door
Okay.
this time.
Roll to hit it with your hammer. Yep, you know what? You smash your hammer against the frame of the door just crumples away straight away.
Bit shoddy
And
workmanship there.
It leaves a small corridor, and at the end of the corridor, you see a man sitting on the ground. Looks like he's crying, holding his hand, and there's like blood pouring down his wrist.
Oh. Is the hand away? Have they cut the arm off?
As you sort of rush up to him, you realise that they've cut his middle finger off, which seems to be where he kept his signet ring.
Oh, they've gollumed his ring off.
Yep.
And behind you, there's like a safe that seems to have been ripped open, and something's been taken from it.
Oh, I guess you must be Baron Theoden then.
I'm gonna bandage up his
He
hand.
looks like he's had a very stressful evening, and he looks to you and just nods really, like, sadly.
You've had a bad day. Let me tell you about this pig.
Yeah. Don't listen to our animal-loving friend here.
He's had a bit. There's too much conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
But there is a pig. I don't want to lie to you. There is a pig. But
Could you please tell us what they took from the safe?
They took a bag. It's got one of those old sets of...
He sort of, like, does a sort of weird gesture with his hands, and he goes,
You know, those weird, things. You roll them, what they called.
Pigs?
Sheep knuckles.
dice.
That's it. Dice. It's some weird, like, magical ones my ancestors had. Something about each having symbols on them that represented something.
Were they numbers?
No, they were all symbols.
Okay.
Oh, so they're like scatter dice.
Where did they go?
Well, she went through that door.
and he points to this, like, door.
I thought it was a cupboard, but she's not come back out again.
Maybe she just likes a good cupboard.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
Who wanna bet on that we find sort of a pentagram there?
I mean, if I had a cupboard, I'd put a pentagram in it.
Yeah. And if you had a brain, you would, like, probably put a pentagram in it as well.
Well, hey now, there's no need to go insulting the lad's intelligence.
You hear the sound of something falling through the hole behind you.
Oh
and the
God,
two guards
it's here.
going,
Fucking hell, a headless pig!
Can I just hide in the cupboard?
Well, we want to check out the cupboard anyway, so let's go see what's in there.
We're just staying one step ahead of this pig.
Oh, you guys get out! I'm hiding in there.
Okay, you open the cupboard door. Again, there's the smell of sulfur, and there is a pentagram indeed burned into the floor.
Surprise, surprise.
Ebony is desperately trying to hide in the cupboard from the sound of this pig.
It's time to man up, Ebony. This is your doing, so go take care of it.
Go face your fear.
I think if we get its legs off, it won't be able to do much.
You hear the sound of screaming from the other room, and there's a sort of very sickening crunch as one of the bandits runs to the room you're in and go,
They got Frederick!
Oh, is he a friend of Harold's, perhaps?
I don't know. Just give what is that creature?
Yeah, it's a headless pig. Don't worry about it.
We did warn you.
On the other hand, do worry about it. We're very worried about it.
No, we're not. We're just gonna kill it.
I'm just here to
you
provide
hear the
both
sound
sides. Playing devil's advocate.
As the pig seems to be barreling towards the door you're in.
I don't know why nobody's cut its legs off at this point, to be perfectly
No, I
honest.
just don't know why anybody just smashed it.
Shall I try and incinerate it?
No.
Well, that's...
I'm just staying in the cupboard.
We're actually gonna physically just maul it to pieces. I think it's the best idea.
Nobody wants to be fighting a cooked pig.
Nope. Exactly. Gonna run around setting fire to everything. No.
So it's already a cooked pig, but yeah.
Yeah.
So the pig charges into the room.
We don't want
What
it
do you
crispy.
do?
I'm gonna just hack away at it.
Okay, you're in a quite small room with this pig.
Yep. I have a mace and a sword, so it's just gonna...
Okay.
I'm gonna squash it.
You crunch the pig. It seems to splinter one of its legs, but it doesn't seem to slow down. It seems to sort of keep limping around the room.
I said cut the leg off, you know.
Yeah, I'll just do it with my second attack. Don't worry about it. A leg pincher? Might we call it a leg pincher, perhaps?
Yeah, let's call it that.
Yeah.
You slice through a lot of the meat off the pig. It doesn't seem to stop, but it does seem to take a quite a large chunk of meat off. It just lies on the floor.
Does the pig lie on the floor?
No, the pig is still very much active with 3 legs.
Yeah.
I turn to Ebony and say, we tried just, dispelling it.
He's in the cupboard.
I mutter it through a gap in the door.
I can do that.
Well, try. That's all we want from you.
Be brave, boy. Be brave.
I tried.
You cast it, it seems to slow down and eventually just stops, and then just collapses onto the ground and stops moving.
So now we got a cooked pig in front of us.
With little meat and little head. Yeah.
See? I told you you could do it if you believed in it. Well, no, I didn't say that.
I hate to say this, Ebony, but good job.
I mean, it's about time you recognize my greatness.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, let's not push it. So we might want to take care of Mr. Theoden, Baron, and just safely escort him back to Baron Gregory.
I pull out my hip flask to the Baron and go on, have a bit of that. That'll help with the hand.
Okay,
You cast heal
you
on
give
the
him some
cider.
scrumpy, and he seems to heal a bit from the scrumpy. As you return to Baron Gregory, leaving this house with its sort of skeletal horse running around outside it.
It's a feature.
Yeah. This is going to be a theme park.
Just imagining an estate agent just being like, lovely grounds, a nice roomy ballroom full of holes, and there's even some wildlife which will never die. And
That's Derek the horse. He just comes around. Just don't get in his way, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, and the 3 guards guarding the place for you.
The 3 guards have just left. Have just been like, no. But one of them is basically just like completely undead with just a tongue hanging out. One of them can talk, and the other one's so like singed completely all over that I don't think they can even see.
I say to them, now you fellas have got a second chance here, so rather than being bandits again, I suggest you form some kind of comedy triple act. See? Hilarious.
Yeah.
They sort of sit there looking at each other on the steps outside, just like watching this horse run by, and they're just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Q is just gonna double over and just slap his knee and laugh really hard.
So, you return to Baron Gregory.
Sorry, can I try and tame the skeletal horse with animal handling?
Sure, roll.
Sure, this will go well.
Yeah, probably.
So, you sort of go in front of the horse and go, Horse! Horse, you be I am your master! The horse... the horse just ignores you and just keeps running.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah. Please don't try anything else, Ebony. We would like you to help us some more in the future.
So, you return to Baron Gregory, who escorts you into...
Well, I'm hearing there was a ruckus at that ballroom. I mean, not the usual ruckus, I mean, you know, but more of a sort of sinister ruckus. I mean, I've spoke to Baron Theodore, and he says that some goth woman came and took him to his cellar and you know, emptied his safe. What do you all know about this?
Sinister Ruckus was another one of those bands I was in.
Yeah, it's all left-handed musicians, yeah.
Yeah.
There was some evildoers who actually wanted some special dice from Baron Theoden, and yeah, they sort of kidnapped him, took him to the cellar, and just got the dice, and then disappeared. You know what? A magical pentagram? It's weird. It's like we've been here before.
There was a pig there as well.
A pig,
Yeah.
you say? What kind
Yes.
of pig was this? Was it a Irinian blue?
It might have been a tasty pig once.
It was a lively pig, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, did you try and ride it, dear boy?
Oh, we should have done. That would have
Riding
been funny.
pigs, yes, that's a pastime I used to do in my youth. Leaping on the back, licking them buck as you ride them around the fields.
You know what, Gregory? My arm got broken by a goddamn pig. And then there were like all these bandits, and I got locked in a room with the pig. And you know what? I'm just done. I'm sick. You sound just like my dad. So you can take this job and you can shove it. And I'm just gonna walk out the room.
Yeah. The
Well,
pig was actually trying to ride Ebony. That's why he's a little sour. Most of the people there are safe and sound. They sort of left the building quite quickly.
If your sort of child friend over there doesn't want to adventure with you, how about taking this bard with you? He's been amusing us all by some tales, and he could do with writing some new material.
So, as you meet your new friend with his new drum, and Baron Gregory kind of
It
gives
is a
you a look of,
jingle.
I'm glad to get rid of his bongo playing nonsense.
It's not a bongo, Mr. Gregory. I've told you many times. It's a djembe.
Yeah. This one will probably be more useful than the last one, so yeah, I'll take anything we get.
You'd be good at keeping the rhythm up for us, at least.
Yeah. Instead of a necro dancer, we get a
Bongo player.
bongo player.
Again,
Although-
for the last time, Gregory, it's a djembe.
Yes.
A bongo refers to a double drum, while a djembe is but a single.
Yes, actually the djembe is the origin of many other musicians today that only stand on stage and scratch things. It's called a DJ. It comes from the word djembe.
DJ, I always thought that was a bird.
Sorry we couldn't have that discussion while our other young friend was here because he liked birds a lot.
Oh yes, I remember the strapping young lad. Did he ever get that kestrel?
No, but now we can have an orchestral instead with our new friend Sylvan.
It seems time has run out for this week at least. Join us again next week for more of this tale. These bard's tales were originally told to us around a campfire in a long-forgotten land as Descent, Journeys Through the Dark. They were adapted for this podcast by Nikolai Popsky. All music was written and performed by Daniel Boström. The cast of Plummet are Nikolai, Daniel, Bellery, Amy, AJ, John, and Ash, with additional content by Dragon. If you would like your own high fantasy dice, then journey to dndice.co.uk and use our name Penance RPG at the checkout for a 5% discount of your order. For what is a hero without shiny loot? As for us, we are but meager bards. If you would care to support our tales, you can buy us a grog or two, or Ko-Fi, as it is known in your parts, at ko-fi.com/penancerpg. If you would like to support us in future efforts, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/penancerpg. Farewell and good night, dear listeners, and remember that time will turn again soon. It's only a game, isn't it?
One sec, just let's grab something.
Oh
If you
dear.
start with a fucking harmonica.
Is it going to be bongos? I hope it's bongos. Do you want me to give you a beat, Bellery?
Alright, this might be quite awkward with push to talk.
Oh god. Right, so
Dear.
This is Sylvan the Bard.
Is that coming through?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes, he's got these bongos, you see. I've never seen a man with bongos.
Actually, Gregory, it's a djembe. Fuck. It turns out that playing the djembe while holding push to talk also disconnected my sound because I was moving around the cable.